This is a recorded video continuing with Eric regarding his Fallout 4 no audio problem. We just finished a live stream working on it. We've uninstalled Fallout 3 and Fallout Las Vegas to see if that makes a difference. It did not make a difference, but we have not restarted the computer yet. And that's what I'll want to do next. So Eric, you confirm that there's still no audio, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's see. One other thing I got to go click over here to end to send people off to Ken's show. There, click that one, end stream and end. That should send viewers over to his show. Another check there. Whoops, wrong one. Yeah, that's a premiere going now. All right. So we've got exited from the program. I'm going to come down to Windows. Now, when we restart the computer, we're going to lose the remote connection, but that will automatically restore itself. The Zoom connection will continue because that's on your phone. Oh, look at that. You have some updates to install. That orange dot right there is telling us there's Windows updates waiting to be installed. I'm going to go look at that.
I've done that before and had other stuff to update and still ain't never fixed the sound.
All right. I'm going to go take a look at what's going on with your updates before we restart it, because I want to know what is installing right now, get an idea whether that's going to be a long restart or not.
And also, by the way, I didn't quit the game.
Oh, you haven't quitted the game. All right.
No.
We do need to do that. Here's Fallout 4. I'm used Alt-Tab to switch to it, and then I'm clicking on Quit. And enter to confirm. Okay, we couldn't find a good time to install updates. So it's a cumulative update, which would have been on the second Tuesday of the month. Now I'm going to do Control-Shift-Escape to bring up Task Manager, come over to the Performance tab, and we see here that your computer has been up since this number of seconds, minutes, hours, days. This is telling us it hasn't been restarted in 10 days. Do you believe that?
Probably.
Probably? All right. Anytime there's an odd symptom happening with the computer, I want to restart. Now, your problem with the audio has been longer than 10 days. Is that correct?
Yes, been over a month.
All right. So I'm going to click on Power and then Update and Restart. So this may take a little while before it comes back. I'm going to go ahead and click that Restart, and I'm going to pause the recording while we're waiting for it to finish restarting. Let's see if it gets the restart going here. I'm still seeing your screen, and now it says restarting. I still see restarting I don't see the spinning dots anymore. Are the dots still spinning?
Yeah, it's updating now.
Tell me what you see on the screen.
The dot spinning, it says working on the update, 1%, okay. 2%.
All right, good. And I'm showing that our remote session so far was 27 minutes and 50 seconds. Now I'm going to pause the recording, and we're not going to have any further conversation of significance until I resume recording.
Okay.
I'm resuming the recording of the video to catch up with some chat messages, and that's where I was at. People can hear me. Okay, Corias, hope you're getting the problem fixed. That's Chit chat, card behind you, installing Fallout 4 on Steam. I'm just curious. Oh, Dennis installed it himself on his computer. It's 26 gigabytes in size. Are the labels at the bottom of the desktop clickable? Missed that piece. Got Crystal Disk info. That's between Gary and Lawn Dog. I'm going to skip that. Look at the mixer. Apparently we didn't catch that. I believe I did look at the mixer. Next one down. Oh, that's between the two of them. Catherine's asking what GPU he has. I wasn't interested in that during the live stream because I want to cover all the basics first of what's going on and document the symptoms. And that's not a big concern to me. The sound is working on other games. It's working through the TV. At this point, I'm not concerned about the GPU, but that could be an issue if it's got something specific about Fallout 4. I am making notes. Let's see, that's Lawn Dog. Many things on my list. Responsible adult. Computers take up your time. Catherine, are we getting ignored once again? Catherine, I do not always... my world does not revolve around you. Get over it. I had a very specific mission during that live stream. But I did come back and look at your message. I told you that I do that. I've told you that many times, and you keep hitting me with that angry message. It sounds angry. It comes off angry, whether you're angry or not. I don't think you are. Is audio going through his HDMI to his TV? Eric, could you unmute to answer that? I think you already said yes, but...
Yes, it is.
Okay, so audio is going through an HDMI cable from his computer to his TV. The TV is the only computer monitor and the only source of sound. Somebody else is going to ask about the headset, so I'll wait till we get to that comment. That is chit chat between those two, Crazy Hot Sauce, moving on. Ed Curry, giving away hot sauce, many things from Ed Curry. And Brian says that's an interesting point. Is he using sound from HDMI to the TV? That's answered yes. So GPU, how about that? Can you go ahead and answer that, Eric? Do you know the answer to that? What graphics card are you using, or is your graphics built into the CPU?
I do have a graphics card, and no, I don't. Not without going and tearing it down and looking.
All right.
I can look at the drivers for it, but
we'll do that live. We'll do that live to answer that. So right now we don't have an answer to that. That's chit chat. Ed, have you checked advanced sound options under Windows settings? Yeah, yes. I did that during the live stream, I believe, unless I'm missing some place that you're specifically referring to. Let's see, new channel, hot sauce. Yeah, this is a question from Brian. Do you have available USB speakers or headphones that you could plug in to the sound port on your computer?
No, I don't.
All right. If the issue isn't HDMI, I still believe it might be DirectX issue. If it is a DirectX issue, then it must be specific to Fallout 4. It seems a little hard to buy that Fallout 4 would be having audio problems where Fallout 3 and Fallout Las Vegas were both working for audio, correct?
I would say so, and that has been updated.
Okay, when you say you would say so, I'm looking for a yes or no. Did you confirm that Fallout 3 and Fallout Las Vegas were both working for sound after this symptom appeared? Okay.
Yes.
Right-click on speaker icon, sounds playback tab, click on speakers, click properties, advanced tab, set 16-bit. Now, I did see that when I did some Google searching for that. We haven't got to that piece yet because, again, I want to cover the basics, demonstrate the symptom. But yes, this is a piece here. Have you already come across this instruction and have you tried it, Eric?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so we're
going to the different ones.
Okay, we will demonstrate that as well so that we're documenting in the video. He says sound works Fallout 3, so it must not be an HDMI issue. Now GOG is working. Maybe there is a Steam setting that is switched off. And But now, okay, Fallout 3 does not run through Steam. Is that correct?
Yeah, no, yes, it does.
Oh, it does. Fallout 3 does run through Steam. So if it
No, no,
was
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I lied. Fallout 3 goes through the GOG. Fallout
GOG.
New Vegas goes through Steam.
Okay.
Did I make it clear enough?
Yeah, that's good. There's Catherine angry at me again. Well, I'm going to have to get over that. Brian, just what I was thinking, uninstall out Fallout 3 if temporary. Catherine's objecting to that. Catherine, you're not in control here. Get over it. The Windows Audio Control has option to show disabled sources. I'm interested in that. Fallout 3 is made by Bethesda 2. GOG is just an overlay to manage the games you buy from GOG.
Yes.
Didn't you? Oh, that's a correct statement? Okay.
Yes.
So Fallout 3 does not run from Steam. What does it run from?
A different server called GOG.
Okay, but here we're saying GOG is just an overlay. It's not a server. So I'm hearing two
Ain't
different
that the
things
same
here.
thing?
Well, no, an overlay to manage the games is that overlay is something you put on top of a game. That doesn't sound like an engine for running the game. So you're saying GOG is the engine behind the
No,
scenes that is operating the game. Is that what you're saying?
no.
No.
What these servers are, they are a platform that has license control over these games that we're allowed to play.
Okay.
Through it's a streaming service, like video,
Okay.
like watching videos.
All right, that's enough on that. That's enough on that now. We've gone far enough with that I'm seeing that we've got a difference in terminology definitions, I think. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. Yes, hide the interesting part. That's her angry at me again. Catherine, it's really tiring. Really tiring. I have Fallout 4 audio playing after installing is completed. And that is between Gary and Londog. Now, the computer has restarted, so we're going to come back to the computer and check on some of those things that we talked about. Here's the log me and rescue. You haven't had any other messages that came up that you've already cleared off the screen, right?
Yeah, I already exited out anything that I think that needs to be exited out. That's not pertinent to what we're doing.
Okay, so since restarting the computer, you have closed some things?
Yes.
All right.
Do like Discord, GOG, stuff like that.
Okay. Then we've done a restart here. We got these updates. So go back into Fallout 4. Doing this before pursuing any of the suggestions from chat to verify that the issue is still not solved. So you're launching Steam first.
Yeah, I have to launch Steam first.
Okay. And it's updating Steam.
Without a CD, the game won't start without Steam.
All right. So there's an icon in the upper right of your desktop called Fallout 4. You cannot go straight to that. You have to launch Steam first.
Yeah, I could do that, but it'll take another extra 30 seconds to open up. It's just quicker to open Steam first, then Fallout 4.
Okay. If you were to go straight to the Fallout 4 icon, I'm assuming that probably automatically launches Steam.
Yes.
Okay. So we have verifying installation. Was that a normal amount of time for it to launch Steam?
Yes.
Okay.
It has to open up, opening it up and signing in and all that stuff. And when you open the game first, it confuses it.
All right. Okay, what are you clicking on? You're moving your mouse around and doing things. I want to know everything that you're doing.
This is an initial open up for Steam. You have to X out all these. This is this advertisement.
Okay.
This is the startup screen. And I don't need none of this. I'm just
So you're
X
closing
out
that with the X. All right.
It will go down. You see it. Can you see in the taskbar?
Yep, I see it in the bottom right corner of the screen.
Just minimize there. Now I'll open Fallout 4.
Okay. Double clicking the icon on the desktop for Fallout 4.
Yes.
Preparing to launch. Play. Stop right here. Don't go further. Don't go any further. Stop right here. Okay, let me have the mouse.
I don't know if I can. Yeah, I did. I've done that. Okay.
Okay, I got the mouse. I want to know what's in options.
Mostly graphic stuff. But I don't know that
Well,
much
your sound is going through a graphics adapter, so that could be pertinent because your sound is going through an HDMI cable plugged into your graphics card, right?
Yes.
So these down here at the bottom, I think that's what somebody was asking. Are these clickable?
Now.
You got sound?
Yes.
You have sound. All right, that's on the options screen. So we haven't made any changes in options, and I don't it's a little difficult to actually make out this window. Is this draggable? There. Okay. Press any button to start. Are we actually in the game? Is this Fallout 4?
No.
All right.
No, this is the launch part of it.
All right. Well, I had clicked to get into options, and this doesn't
don't have sound no more.
You don't have sound now. Okay.
No.
I'm going to quit from here. I'm going to go back, enter to go to desktop. Now this is just quitting Fallout 4. That didn't quit Steam.
No.
So I'm clicking to relaunch Fallout 4, and actually I'm going to right click it and look at properties first. So it comes up as a web document, not an executable from your computer. Oh, okay, so it's launching Run Game ID under Steam, not from the web, but it's on this tab called Web Document. All right. This is showing created December 7th. Is that when you reinstalled the program, or was that your initial install?
It's probably when I reinstalled it.
Yeah, because you said you've had this functional for months, right? So this had to be a reinstall or maybe an update.
Yeah, I've reinstalled it twice.
All right. When you reinstalled it, did you first uninstall it?
Yes, uninstall it just like you did the other two.
Okay. Then I'll double click Fallout 4. I'm going to look at options again to see if we have sound there. Oh, here I got an actual options screen.
So, yeah, when I thought I backed out of it, and apparently I didn't back out of it quick enough. It started anyway.
All right, so here we have Fallout 4 options: graphics adapter and resolution, aspect ratio, resolutions, anti-aliasing, and anisotropic filtering. And we're set for anti-aliasing on low rather than best performance or quality. So that sounds like that is between those two settings. We do have higher resolutions available to select from, but you're using 768.
When it first starts, it usually does an automatic detect of whatever hardware you got and sets to according to what it feels like.
So these buttons here, you could select what you want and override what is already in here. I'm just getting familiarized here. I'm not seeing anything yet of specific use to the issue. These are all visual qualities. Nothing in here for related to audio. What is something that does happen with various programs is you have a symptom going on, and when somebody finds the solution, they tell you to go into a certain menu, and it seems totally unrelated, but has an adverse impact on something else. But we're mainly looking right now to see if there's anything in here that is apparent for audio. No, they're not. These are all video stuff. Now, there was a point at which you heard audio. And I think it was...
it's a sub screen before it launches the main screen.
All right.
It only does it from this point, which is I never use this point. I always use from my because I'm always having it modded.
Okay.
But it's not modded right now.
Okay. So I went into support, and it's just taking us to a web page, so that's not of interest. Waiting to see what comes up. It's not actually giving us a page. Oh, there it is. Went to a new tab finally.
Yeah, this is the company who made it.
All right. It's just their support page. I'll minimize that. Then go to play. So we're going to pay attention here to see if you get any sounds as it's starting to get to the playing field or to the game.
It'll probably take a minute before it pops up.
Somebody asked in chat if these, I think they're referring to these items down here, are they clickable? They look like they're clickable to me. They look like they're probably...
sound.
You got sound. All right. Now we're not going to click on anything. We're both going to just let it sit for a while and see where it goes to and see if the sound continues. While we're waiting for that, those things down at the bottom of the screen, my computer, my documents, video, are those clickable? Don't do it. Just answer the question.
Yes. Are they talking about my little bar down here?
Yeah.
Yes, they are clickable.
It looks like they come from some kind of utility that you've installed on top of Windows. Is that right?
Yes, they're from Rain meters.
Rain meters?
Yeah, Rain meter.
Okay. We got a message at the bottom of the screen, press any key to start. And so this screen is probably just going to continue going and going and going. And you do have audio right now, correct?
Yes.
All right, so I'm pressing the enter key. I didn't get a response to that. I'm going to click in the middle of the screen there. I'm moving the mouse around, and here's a click. Okay. Oh, that brought it up on top of that other stuff you had going. So now...
I have a question.
Do you have sound before you get into your question? Sound right now?
No. It went
away.
The
sound stopped when I clicked on it. The sound stopped. Yeah. Okay. And what's your question?
Can we go back into the option menu? And I don't know if you remember, but at the bottom, it has the options for a window mode. Can we try the window
that's good.
mode?
Let's try, before we do that, I want to try the F11 key, because the F11 key is usually the key to switch to windowed mode. Because this is, I think you're on point there, that when I clicked on it, that brought this screen into full screen. It doesn't appear to be in windowed mode. So here I'm hitting F11, and that has given us a pop-up menu. I'm going to click back.
Try again.
Yeah. Now that Let's see. No, I'm going to try function key F11. No. Can you try F11 on your keyboard?
Not doing nothing for me.
Okay, so that just means that it's not giving us that here. So we'll do quit and then enter to confirm. And then we're going to launch Fallout 4 again, but this time we'll go to options and select windowed mode. Window mode right here. Borderless. Okay, so you can have borders or not. I'm gonna ask for borders so that we can clearly see where the edge of the window is. And then play. I clicked on play with the mouse, and that's just how long it took. There's a window.
They don't like it.
So let's give it time.
I got sound.
That sound, all right.
Let's see how long it lasts in window mode.
Now, the sound was staying as long as we let it stay at this screen, but when we pressed a button to start, that's it's when it went to full screen mode is where we had the issue. So the first thing I did is I clicked on the game to bring it to the front. I'm going to drag this window around and just see that it is behaving as a normal window. Now I'm clicking in the center of that. Here's a click, and that just brings up the menu. Okay. So then escape should get out of that menu, does it?
We still have sound.
Still have sound. Good. And then
You go ahead and if you want to go ahead and do a new.
new. Yeah.
See if we
Okay.
get sound in the.
Clicked on new. Then we have enter to confirm. You still have sound right now?
Yes, sir.
All right. Here's enter.
I'm not sure, but if I remember correctly, I believe window mode is like the developer mode for the game. I'm not 100% sure about that.
Hey, I'm going to say that I suspect that developers probably use it in window mode a lot because that would give them other things that they could do, but I don't think that would be the only reason for doing windowed mode. Now, if I move, I'm not clicking on anything. I'm moving the mouse up to the upper right to see if we get a maximize button and an X button. We don't. So I said I wanted to see. Say again?
Can you hear anything?
No. I think I heard a Windows chime.
Can you hear now?
No. Are you hearing anything?
Yes.
You're hearing sound. That's fine. Your phone is still probably blocking sound, blocking background noises. I can hear a little tiny sound occasionally. I think it's where your phone is failing to completely block the background noise.
Yeah, I got sound now.
All right. What happens next? This looks like some kind of a pre-show or something. T
It
for
is.
skip.
You usually hit T to skip it.
Yeah, I see that. Did you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, be careful about not pressing or clicking things without letting me know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because I want to document it for the video. So this is a character in the game, I imagine.
Yes, this is the very, very first start of it. This is where you create your character.
Okay, do you have sound?
Yes.
All right. Then this menu at the bottom has options. A for face.
Yeah,
F
that's for creating
face,
character.
extras. Yeah, so changing your character. So the enter key to indicate that you're done here, right? I'm going to press the enter key.
That's fine.
And then we have confirm character. I'll press enter for OK. You still have sound?
Yes, sir.
It appears to be stopped.
Yeah, it's because you have to give me a second and
There it's gone.
I have to use the keyboard to move.
Oh, okay. So you're in the game now and controlling it. And do you have sound?
Yes.
Okay. So now let's experiment with some things. I've got the mouse for a minute.
Go ahead.
It's a little tiny screen that you're got here. I'm going to say that's probably not a good playable view. Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that too small to really be useful?
I can probably stretch it if I go outside the game with the arrow.
Well, that's what I was trying to
Okay.
do, and I couldn't get an arrow. So
Okay.
go ahead and see if you can stretch the window to be larger, because I did not see that that's available.
Well, most of the time when you do that, you have to do Windows key. You come out and try to grab the corner of it. But sometimes it will let you and sometimes it will not.
The next thing I'd be interested in us doing is to change the game resolution and keep windowed mode and see if we get a bigger screen.
We may have to do that because it's not letting me do that.
Okay, so I've got the mouse. I'm coming out here to your Windows desktop and right click and choose display settings to see what Windows is set at. 1920 by 1080, but you've got 125% zoom. That should be okay. So then we'll exit from the game. I'm clicking on quit, and then I clicked on the enter. That worked. And then Fallout 4 updates, going to quit from here and click on enter. So now we relaunch the game and options, and oh, it was at 800 by 450. I bet when we clicked windowed mode, it switched. Yeah, see, it switched to that setting when we did windowed mode. If we do windowed mode and go up to, you were using 720 before, I believe, but your screen is 1080p. So let's go with this one and see what we get. Windowed mode, borderless. I do want to get to the other things that they were suggesting in chat. I clicked on play.
It'll take a minute. All right, I'm gonna move it.
Moving the window.
Yeah, it's kind of outside the screen.
Sure. Yeah, since this was not 1980p, it's not filling the screen. If we were able to select that, it would have filled the screen. You have sound now, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now I'm pressing spacebar to start. And we could continue or new. That shouldn't matter either way. Yeah. That'll probably get us into it a little quicker. Level 1, 0 hours, 5 minutes. That's how long we've been playing it, I imagine. And
Yes.
then enter to confirm. I'm wondering if F11 will switch to full screen in game. Have you used F11 for that before, or was that just from my
No,
memory?
No, I haven't tried it. I mean, except for the day when you told me to earlier.
All right.
I only thought it was for the works for the browser only. I thought.
All right. What are we waiting for here? Waiting
First
for it to load? Okay.
It's loaded in.
All right. So you still have sound?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes,
I'm gonna try F11 here. And F11. No dice. Okay. Right clicking on the title bar to see if we get any window controls. You can move the window around, but it is at the size that we set when we came in. All right. Escape key, and then from settings here, there's a display choice. Activate item fade, crosshair, dialog camera. None of this has to do with resolution. I'm suspecting resolution can only be set on the options before actually being in the game. What we'd like to see is a better size and still have audio. Now, so we know that when we went to window mode, we were able to get audio. So we have a method of making a difference, having an impact on audio. Can we come up with something else that gives us a better configuration? Borderless. And when we first started with this, you had a resolution setting.
That right there, the third one.
The third one, 768. Yeah. Let's see what happens with 1920 by 1080. That's what your screen resolution is set at, and that's what should give us a full screen. Now, if we select windowed mode, I think the 1080 is no longer available to us, right? Yeah.
Right.
So here's 1920 by 1080. My guess is that it's the audio will not work once it gets past that windowed screen. And if we confirm that, then I want to pursue some things that were suggested in chat, particularly the one that I mentioned that I had already seen in a Google search. Because maybe it will make the game work in full screen mode. I can hear some muffled noises that I detect to be the game sound. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm clicking on it to see if I can get an option to move forward. Oh, there we go. Now, did the sound cut out when it went to that screen?
Yes, sir.
No sound right now.
Okay. No sound.
All right. Press the escape key in order to quit, and then we'll go check this suggestion from chat that I had seen on a Google search, and you've told me that you've already tried, but I want to document that it doesn't solve the problem. So Windows key, and this was in chat as a comment from Wintermute, and I'm displaying that on the video right now. Right-click speaker icon, sounds, playback tab, click on speakers, properties, advanced tab. Okay, coming back to computer. Speaker icon down here in the notification area. Right-click, turn off my picture-in-picture, and then sounds, playback tab, click on the speakers. Which these speakers are actually in the television set. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Click on speakers, then properties,
Yeah.
then advanced tab, and then set to 16-bit 48,000 hertz, which you are already on. Now that's DVD quality. There's the other 16-bit choices. None of them are 4800, but they are different choices. Now you set it to this one based upon that Google search result, I imagine. Is that correct?
Yes, and I tried all of them, but there's no difference between any of them.
That's what I wanted to get to. You have tried all of them. So I'm not going to go through them all. We're just documented there that it is set as the search result instructed, and you've tried all the others. Now, allow there was also that Google search result had instructions what to do with these check marks, and Wintermute didn't specify that. Allow applications to take exclusive control of this device. I'm inclined to not allow that because it's when Fallout 4 takes exclusive use control of the device that we lose the sound. While we're in windowed mode, it works. So even if that Google search result did not say to remove this check mark, I want to try it with it removed. Did you already try that?
What I did was I clicked it and did not unclick it. I meant to unclick it because that's the default.
All right. So then if these are both clicked, this one is give exclusive mode applications priority. If we don't allow application to take exclusive controls, this second choice isn't even available. Now, if we test this here, you should get a sound through your speaker. All right. Then
what about just hitting default?
Say again?
Restore it back to default.
Well, we've just made a choice other than default. So let's show what happens if you do that. I suspect all these options will change. Okay, so it just added these check marks. Now this 16-bit 48,000, is that part of the default? The way I'll do that is change it to something else and restore it to default. Yeah, so that is the default choice as with those settings. I'm removing those check marks to see what that gives us. Pardon?
You didn't hit apply.
You don't have to.
Don't have to? Okay.
No, what apply does is it applies the change without exiting from the screen. When you click OK, that applies the changes and closes the screen. And to demonstrate that, I'll just come back here to the playback tab into properties, and we'll see that those settings are set the way that I asked.
Okay.
Got it?
Did not know that.
Yeah, you can always do the OK button. You do not have to do the apply. The only reason to do apply is if you want to see the results or test results while you're still at this screen. So, okay. and for instance here, changing to a different one here, before hitting the test button, we should be clicking apply so that the test button has the new setting. I suspect you're hearing sound right now?
No.
You did not. Okay, so now if we switch back to this one and apply and test, you do hear sound?
Yes.
Okay, and then stop that. Well, now that's interesting to see if how many of these or which of them do test successfully. Does this one work? You hear sound? No? All right. I'm going to hit that test again because it stopped on its own. So you're not getting any sound. Okay.
No sound.
Then we'll go to this one and apply it. See if that one gives sound.
No sound.
No sound. All right. We'll go down to the bottom one, apply it. Test.
Yes.
That does work. Okay.
Yeah. They had half a second delay, but it worked.
Yeah. All right. So that was this one here, right?
That one was the one that didn't work.
That one did not work. It was the one on the bottom that did work?
Right.
This one down here. This one works, correct?
It works.
Okay. So what we've got is the 24-bit 48,000 studio quality works, 16-bit 48,000 DVD quality works. And what we're doing different now is I do not have these items selected. We're going to see how it works. Get a final test there. That works, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Okay out of that window, okay out of that window. Launch the game and see what we get.
That's one thing I didn't do was test all the sounds.
Okay.
I only tested that 116, 4800.
And here we have, now this, if I select the windowed mode, 1920 by 1080 is no longer available. We get only that very small resolution. We can get up as high as that, but that's still not a full screen. So here we're going full screen. And okay, see what we get. That was options, clicking play. Do you have sound now?
No.
Hasn't started yet. We haven't got to the point of any sound yet. We're going to get to some kind of
about 30 seconds.
All right.
And still don't have sound.
Yeah, and we're at a full screen. Not seeing any loading image yet. There's an image.
We got sound now.
We have sound now. Okay, so now we got sound. I'm clicking in the middle of the screen. Do you still have sound now?
No.
You do not have sound. Okay.
Do not have sound now.
All right. So between those two loading screens, we lose it. Oh, I got an idea. Let's check out this. Now let's see, this was, yeah, not windowed mode because we have to do that, get that higher resolution. I'm going to come to your display settings for Windows, and we have higher settings available. I want to see if we can go to something that's above 1920 by 1080 so that a 1920 by 1080 doesn't actually take up your full screen. So this one has the same horizontal resolution and a bigger vertical resolution. This one is bigger on both dimensions. Now it's gonna make your desktop look weird. We're going to keep those changes for now. And because that is a strange proportions for your monitor, you've got those thick black bands on both sides, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now this one, it fills up your monitor, but it's a much higher display. This will answer the question that I'm chasing right now. So let's see what we get. Your icons have shifted around a bit. We still have Steam running in the background, so I'm going straight to Fallout 4. Okay, then options. We got 1920 by 1080. If I click on windowed mode, do we get a higher capability of windowed mode? We do not. I thought it might do 1920 by 1080 if your screen resolution was a lot higher than that. That's 1920 by 1080 is 16 by 9. 16 by 10 is not likely. Oh, we do get 1200 by 800 in windowed mode. And I'm going to ask for that as borderless, and I expect we will have sound. And all we're confirming here is another variation. Should be confirming that sound works all the way into the game as long as we're in a windowed mode. I've already clicked on play. We're waiting for it to load. There I can hear sound. That's a pretty small window. I'm clicking and choose continue and enter to confirm. Waiting for it to load. I'm taking a look at something down here on the taskbar. Disable full screen optimizations. That one's interesting to me. Compatibility mode, possibility. Okay, and I can hear a little bit of muffled noise. You have audio, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And we have no controls here. We do not have that title bar at the top of the window because I said I did not want borders this time.
If you do T, it'll go all the way out.
Does it go out or does it just switches to desktop? You're saying T
It
goes
goes
out
all
of
the
the
way out.
exits the program?
Yeah, all the way out.
Yes, it did. Tab shows that it's no longer there. Go back and minimize that. Okay, so another item in chat. Let's see, where is that at?
What are we looking for?
I'm looking through the chat comments because there was another thing that I wanted to do and I just oh, here it is. Yeah, so I'm going to display that on the video. You're not seeing this. It was from Jim Cassandro saying the Windows audio control has option to show disabled devices, show disabled sources. So here's Windows key to bring up the taskbar again, and in the audio control option, show disabled devices. That was, I think, here on sounds. Let's see, reduce the volume of other sounds by 80%.
Could that be doing something to my sound?
Well, that's why I was looking at this at all. The intended design behind this is when you're using your PC to place and receive phone calls, that it would reduce other sounds. But if we tell Windows to do nothing under a scenario that it thinks is a phone call, then that should cause it to not do anything. So we'll make that change. You don't make phone calls through your computer anyway, I imagine, right?
No.
Okay.
I was the whole reason I did that because I was trying to do some video editing and doing recording video on this monitor.
Yeah.
And I thought that's what it would help with the way sounds. I was doing that before my camera started acting up.
Okay, this tab that I'm on right now is properties related to microphone. Do you even use a microphone on the computer?
Yeah, I tried that too, unplugging it. to see if that's causing issues.
Okay,
But
but
it
I'm asking
wasn't.
you, what do you use a microphone for?
Oh, I have a reading disability,
Okay,
and I use it through Chrome because I forget sometimes how to
okay,
spell words.
that's enough of an answer. Let's see. Here we have uh, listen to this device, and it's going to play back through the playback device. So that's microphone. No, not interested in going further on that. The microphone is plugged into a jack on the rear of the computer, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And whoops, that's, I'll go back to playback. I'll do this test button and verify you got sound through the TV on the right speaker.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it actually does either speaker. You may or may not be able to tell the difference.
I can't tell where it's coming from, but I hear
All right.
both sides.
Okay. Now let's see that. Windows audio control. I'll put device properties, manage sound devices. We have a stereo mix disabled. We have a disabled device here. Were you aware of that?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Can we just try to see if before you do that, can we see if we have sound now?
Yeah, we're gonna try it, but I want to do a little more investigating on it first. Here's a display adapter AMD Radeon that has an exclamation mark.
Yeah, I updated it. The drivers for that, and ever since I updated it, it's not been. I mean, it works, but that keeps staying up there. I don't understand that.
The exclamation mark stays there. Okay.
Yeah, that's only been there for about 2 weeks.
Okay, and you've been having this problem in Fallout 4 longer than that.
Yes.
Yeah. Down
And
here, other
that was
devices.
that was one of the things that were told to me was to make sure it all had all updates on the video cards.
Yeah.
And that's what I try to do, is update it, because it did have one update, but ever since I updated it.
Okay, do you know what this item is? WDSES? USB device? Do you have maybe
I don't know which one. I got them all overloaded.
You have a lot of USB devices connected?
Yes, sir. I have external hard drives.
Okay. All right, so we got some things there in Device Manager we might come back to, but I'm interested in trying this. So we enabled that. It enabled. That was an input device. It was listed in the input devices section. Then if I go back to Device Manager, did that make any difference in Device Manager? No, did not. Minimizing that. Minimize that. Let's see, I wonder if I don't think there's any other apply button for this anywhere. That was on Manage Sound Devices. Down here, this is Input Devices. There's Manage Sound Devices again, which probably goes in the same thing. Here's Advanced Sound Options. Here's Steam at 100%. Put input, let's see, Steam. This has Samsung device for, oh, I see. Output is the top choice and input is the bottom choice. But you don't use microphone for Fallout 4, do you?
No.
Okay. That all looks proper. Device properties. Spatial sound format. Select your spatial sound format for immersive audio experience that simulates a more realistic environment. There's nothing selectable there. So that would imply to me that your Samsung device does not have spatial sound capabilities.
I don't even know what that is.
I'm going to think that it's like a surround sound type of capability.
I mean, it
Main thing,
has settings for surround sound, like 5.1 and stuff like that,
yeah,
but I don't have speakers for it, so.
Right. I think that's why it's not available for us to select here. What I was concerned about is could it be that Fallout 4 was trying to use that function and requires that function, but I don't think that's the case because there's nothing else that we could select there. Okay, well, let's see how we're doing now. If we've made any difference, I rather doubt it. Take a look at what our options are set at. We are showing windowed mode, which we already know that sound always works in windowed mode. So all we're caring about now is trying to get sound back when we're in full screen mode.
Now remember to change the resolution.
Yeah, the resolution of your Windows desktop is still higher than this 1920 by 1080. This anisotropic filtering. So it's not filtering anything since that is turned off. That seems to make sense. And then clicking play. While waiting for that to come up, I'm going to bring up another screen on my computer and do a Google search that is specific to what we are seeing now. Fallout 4 sound only plays in windowed mode. Do you have sound now?
Yeah, it's in window mode right now.
Yeah, that's the loading screen, and it's in a windowed mode. When it switches to non-windowed mode is when we lose sound.
I'm clicking now.
Okay, go ahead. Oh yeah, that's right. It's waiting for us to press any button. And sound.
Still no sound.
No sound. So as soon as it went to this full screen page, we have no sound, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Correct.
Go ahead and exit from the game for me. I'm on my computer doing that Google search. And I'm seeing a Reddit. Fallout 4 only plays sound when in windowed mode. So that's an exact match from 2018. Another one, no sound when in full screen mode for Fallout 4. And that's from 2015. And then a full screen problem. When you switch from window mode to full screen in the launcher, it starts flickering like an epileptic's bad dream. That one's not on point. So I'm going to open up both of these. and you're not seeing this. Actually, I can. Let me switch my. What I'll do is I'll share my screen on Zoom so that you can see what I'm looking at as I'm describing. It is this one. Share that. So you should be seeing my browser now. Are you?
Have you took me off screen?
No, I didn't mean to. Oh, I'm sorry. I hit the wrong keyboard. All
No,
right.
just keep me off screen because I can't see unless I bring it up to my face.
Yeah, we got to restore your Zoom. Oh, that's on your phone though. Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, I can see
So
now.
let's get back to here so I can see what I am showing you. Oh, that is it. Okay, that confirms it. So, need help. Fallout 4 only plays sound when in windowed mode. I want to run the game full screen, but then no sound plays. I've updated my C+ DirectX. Any tips? Having trouble keeping up with work with fans. Oh, that's an advertisement. Yeah. Thread is archived. I'm going to scroll all the way down to see how much we got here and see if people are saying that these recommendations were successful. No, but actually those seem like different issues entirely. So coming back up here to see what people responded. This thread is archived. New comments cannot be posted. Here's view entire discussion. There 0 comments. So it looks like nobody gave a solution for that person.
That is an exact issue I have. I'm updated by mine too.
Yeah, it is an exact issue. So here's another one that is the exact description. No sound when in full screen mode. I really need some help. Every time I go in Fallout 4 in full screen, the game seems to turn sound off. It only works with my it only works on my laptop speakers. Literally presses the mute button. Only works when I'm in windowed mode, but I need to use 1600 by 900 resolution, which is not supported windowed mode. I have a laptop that has a speaker output disabled and a monitor output enabled. Really appreciate help. Did you ever find a solution? I'm having the same problem. I think I verified the integrity of the game cache or did something with my sound settings, but I don't remember. That's Greensplant. So this is Greensplant. Okay, let's look at the dates. The original problem was November 10th, 2015, and then January 29th, 2016. So 2 months later, asking if to solve the problem. And Greenspleen responds with on that a few hours later. And then Greenspleen responds a minute later, same minute, I think I verified the integrity of game cache or did something with my sound settings, but I don't remember. That implies that he did fix it. That was 2 months ago, though. Since then, I got a new PC, so I don't know. That doesn't tell us whether he ever fixed it on his old PC. Kind of hinting at that.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah. Because he's saying, I think I verified the integrity of the game cache or did something with my sound settings, but I don't remember. That implies that he did fix it, but this statement here is completely unreliable. That was 2 months ago. Since then, I got a new PC. It only implies that he did fix it. He never actually said, yes, I did get it working, but I don't remember how. That would have been a little more helpful for us. Okay, this one here about the flickering is not of interest to us. Fallout 4 screen issue. So this is probably still the flickering issue. Fallout 4 full screen fix is shown. Just one simple step. It might be sound. We can't really tell there. Fallout 4 won't launch. Only play in window mode. Fluttered and faded. No. So let's right-click on that one, open a new tab. Look at the description. Full screen fix. Just follow the tutorial to play Fallout 4 in full screen. Not centered. Follow these steps. Wrong settings in your games. This all looks like screen issues, not sound. No mention of sound through all of this. That doesn't sound like our issue.
No.
Yeah, I'm going to search the comments on this video by pressing, Control F and sound. Nobody in comments uses the word sound. So I don't think there's any help there.
See, now you're starting to see my dilemma.
Oh, yeah. And I'm not surprised. By the time a problem gets to me, I'm expecting that the simple solutions aren't going to work. Micro stuttering, blank screen flickering, PC crashes, audio not working while playing game in Windows 10, while playing games, sound controls, check audio. This is from the Geek page. I'm going to guess this is probably very basic stuff, because a lot of these websites, a lot of these YouTube videos, they just give you the basic configurations when there's a problem, and they're not actually showing a problem currently existing, like we're doing here on this video. We're showing a real problem.
Some of the problems I'll come across is if you get somebody that actually is going to show you something, they'll show you where to go, but they don't show you what to do while you're in there. They just do it real quick and then get out and go somewhere else. And it kind of makes it like you can't understand what they're doing because they're doing it too fast.
Well, a lot of them, they're just after getting views on their videos, and until you are actually showing a real life currently existing problem and finding the solution for it, the rest of those are just basics. That's all they're giving us. So here is going into mmsys.cpl, which that gets us to a control panel that might be of interest. So I'm going to try that. I'm back at your computer and using Alt-Tab to see what we have open. We do not have the game open. So then I'll do Windows key R, mmsys.cpl.
I guess you didn't know it, but I had the shortcut on the taskbar.
Shortcut for that control panel?
Run. Yeah, for that run.
Oh, for run. All right. And let's see. Oh, this just gets into this control panel. We've been here, the playback tab, so this is nothing new or different. Now, you said you don't have another audio device. If you had even if you could get something to plug in, a headset or a set of speakers to plug into the audio port on your computer, that would help us narrow down where the issue is, because there might be something about the audio being sent from the game when it's in full screen mode that's somehow not compatible with your television. So
I do have a headset, but my computer is set all the way over behind my door, behind my monitor, so I can't do anything, but I can listen.
Okay. It wouldn't be playable, but if you could get an answer as to whether the sound does come through that headset when you plug it in, then that would give us another piece to work with. Now, another point is, does your television/monitor have an audio jack that you could plug a headset into?
Now that I don't know. If it does, it would be in the back.
All right, so you don't see one on the front, obviously.
Yeah.
That would just be another troubleshooting piece of information. So is that plugging that headset in something that you can do now?
Yes. I'm trying to get my headset out now.
All right. I'm going to pause the recording for the time that it takes for you to connect that. That gives you a little more relaxed environment to do it. Something here. So I just resumed the recording. Eric has plugged in the headset, and when he plugged it in, we got a new entry showing here on the playback tab. And it has switched that to be the default.
And also, can you go to the speaker for me?
Go
Not
to
to the taskbar.
in the taskbar. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because on mine is but it ain't showing up.
What did you want to see here? Oh, maybe you wanted to see that if I float the mouse over the speaker, it gives us the name speakers 67%,
Yeah, right here.
Realtek Audio. So this is going through the audio, the speaker's circuitry. Okay, so in order for you to hear this, you're out of camera view for me, and that's okay because I can hear you. I'll go launch the program and see what you get. Launching the game. I'm taking a look at options to see where we're at. We are not in windowed mode. We're 1920 by 1080. That's what we want. And then clicking play. Here comes the loading screen, which is in a window. And at this point, we expect to hear sound. Okay, I hear the muffled sound like it's coming still through your TV. Eric, do you hear sound? I'm not hearing you, Eric.
I'm not getting no sound.
You're not? I hear sound.
The TV. I'm gonna take control of the mouse for a second.
Now, hang on. Are you hearing the sound of the game through the TV?
Yes.
Okay, so it did not honor the Windows change of sound settings. So we're going to need to tell Steam to use the headset. All right, so I hit escape. Now at this point, sound is no longer coming through the TV.
All right, let me go see before you do that. Make sure.
All right, so you do not have sound now, correct?
No, sir.
Okay. Exiting. Right click on the speaker and let's see, sounds. Go to playback. We have speaker set as the default, which is actually the headset. And then go to properties. This is showing us that you're connected to rear panel 3.5 jack. The advanced tab. We have signal enhancements available now. We didn't even have that checkbox earlier, did we?
That's for the headset.
Okay. Exclusive mode to applications priority. Allow applications to take exclusive control. And that's what I previously removed. When we launched Fallout 4 here, the sound was coming through the TV, correct?
Yes.
Not through the headset.
When it's in window, when it's in window mode, it's coming through the TV.
Yeah, but when it was in that loading screen prior to going to full screen, the sound was coming through the TV when you had the headset plugged in.
Yes.
All right. Good. So then let's get to Steam. Without Fallout 4, let's go into settings for Steam. Is it available to us down here somewhere?
Yeah, go over a little bit more to the right. Looks like a little robot arm right there.
There we go. Right click on it and I get nothing. I guess I have to do a left click.
Okay, go into library, start with.
There we go.
Settings.
Settings I like. We want to tell it to use your headset. Broadcasting with controller, family in-game interface, library downloads, clouds, music, broadcasting when in-game. I'm not seeing where to go for sound. Volumes all the way up. Pause music. Voice chatting starting on pause music when voice chatting. You don't do voice chatting at all, right?
No.
So we don't want it to mistakenly pause because it thinks you're chatting. I don't think that would be likely our issue, but start up music library.
It would be nice if that's simple.
Say again?
Be nice if that's simple.
Oh yeah. Here we have broadcasting video dimensions. You're not broadcasting. Remote play, no. Pre-caching, not seeing anything in here for sound controls. Let's do the Windows 10 sound. And device preferences. Okay, here this would be your headset. Steam. Here we go. Here's Steam is set for the TV. That's where we want it. That's the place to make this setting change. And that was by scrolling down in this sound panel to advanced sound options, app and device preferences right there. Okay. Now we'll launch Fallout 4. That setting was not done in Steam or Fallout 4. We've got non-windowed mode. and then play. So expect to hear the sound through your headset during the loading screen, the windowed loading screen. And then when it goes into the game, do we have any sound? I hear sound. Is that coming through the TV or the headset?
TV.
That's coming through the TV.
I'm gonna take control for a second.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me what you're doing.
I don't know if it's gonna let me now. I don't have control. It won't let me come out now.
I see the mouse moving all around on those tiles.
Yeah, but it won't let me get out of it. It's still stuck in the Fallout 4.
I see the Windows menu, tile menus, and you're moving the mouse around.
Yeah, it's supposed to let me come out of it, but it's not doing that.
Come out of what? Come out of Fallout 4 without exiting from it?
Yeah,
Maybe that only happens that way when you're in full screen mode.
no, I done it earlier. I don't
Okay.
know why they're doing it unless it's still tied to you somehow and not letting me have control.
Well, I see you moving the mouse around. I don't understand why you were saying you don't have control.
I do have semi or a little bit of control, but it's not letting me come out of Fallout 4.
Okay, well, I don't know what you're trying to accomplish. I want to exit from Fallout 4 because we did not achieve the change of sound output. Okay, so I'm clicking on Fallout 4. That'll go into full screen. Now the sound is no longer coming from the TV. There's no sound at all.
No sound at all.
Okay, and we do have audio settings in Fallout 4, but it does not let us choose the audio device. And we already looked through these, and they have nothing for audio device. So, quitting and confirm the quit. Let's go back into the sound settings panel. Scroll down to advanced sound options and see here that Steam is still showing speakers. Let's set it on default because right now the default on your system is the speakers, aka the headset.
Mhm.
There is no apply button on this screen. Let's see, there's another thing, app permissions. App permission settings, but that's a search the web. Okay, here we go. App permissions, locations, camera, microphone, voice activation, notifications, account info, phone calls, call history, managing radios, other devices. Permissions, general privacy options, no. See, here's where all these devices have access to your microphone. I was looking for similar settings for access to the speakers. And is Fallout 4 or Steam even in this list? No, neither of them. So they're not a Windows app. That's why those aren't showing. So we have changed to default. We told Fallout 4 to use the default speakers, yeah, instead of specifically the speakers. Okay, play. If this doesn't get us better results, the next thing I want to do is verify a YouTube video audio is coming through your headset. We did test sounds through the headset. You have sound now coming through the TV, don't you?
Yes, sir.
So still not doing what we want.
Now we have
no sound now. All right. Over here to your web browser, new tab. We want to know if this sound is coming through the TV or your headset.
I will double check, but I think it's coming through the headset. Yes, it's coming through the headset.
Okay. Well, where that is turning me to then is the issues that we have in Device Manager. Since Fallout 4 is refusing to use the sound output of your computer, it is going through the HDMI port while we're in windowed mode. Could there be something in these devices that are causing that issue? Let's see. There's sound, video, and game controllers. Realtek audio. This one, if we find out anything about what this is. Well, you have some USB devices connected. Can we disconnect everything you do not need for testing and troubleshooting Steam? The Fallout 4?
Yeah, it was pretty much will be everything.
Okay.
Except for my mouse.
Because that's, yeah, leave the keyboard and mouse connected. Let's disconnect everything else. Go ahead and pursue that and tell me what you're doing as you do it, please.
Going to the back of the computer. plugged in. Hard drive. Another hard drive.
I can't make out what you're saying while you're away from the phone.
Okay, I'm
So you could,
my hard drive from the back.
okay, I hear that. Disconnecting hard drive from the back.
Everything is unplugged except for my mouse and keyboard.
Okay, so you disconnected one hard drive. What else did you disconnect?
I have four external hard drives hooked to the back.
Okay, those are all disconnected now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, was there anything else you disconnected?
I disconnect a caddy, a 2 hard drive caddy that will hold
I
internal
understand.
hard drive.
Okay, understood. Anything else?
And I unplugged the microphone.
Microphone. Okay.
USB. I think. No, I take that back. I unplugged another hard drive. It's a smaller hard drive, but it's external hard drive.
Okay. And you did not disconnect the microphone then?
No, it's not hooked up to USB.
Oh, you have a microphone.
Sir?
You have the microphone connected to an audio microphone jack?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So everything you disconnected was some form of hard drive type of device. Yes. Okay. So that got rid of the item that was in the other devices that said WD, which is probably Western Digital, something or other. And then we still have a AMD Radeon display adapter.
Now the other thing that's under that, the Radar 5500.
Yeah.
That is integrated into my CPU.
Yeah, I was figuring that's probably what it is. So is this an actual graphics card that you have in the computer?
Yes, sir. It's a physical video card.
Okay. The 5500 is what's integrated into your CPU.
Yes, sir.
So the HDMI cable connecting from your computer to your TV is delivering a video signal and the audio signal to your TV.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to take a look at updates to see whether there are optional updates. Okay, resume updates. So you have updates paused. Here's update history. Is it okay with you if we unpause updates?
You can temporarily.
Yeah, just temporarily see what we get. Updates will resume on July 23rd, 2026. How did you manage to delay updates that long? 4 years, almost 4 years.
I don't know. I followed one of the guys on video. But mainly, I just go in and stop it because it scares me because I don't want Windows 11.
Okay.
They
So,
tried to force me. They tried to force me to get Windows 11. They tried to force me to get Windows 11. They tried to force me to get Windows 11. They tried to force me to get Windows 11. They tried to force me to get Windows 11. They tried to force me to get Windows 11. They tried to force me to get Windows 11. They tried to force me to get Windows 11. They tried to force me to get Windows 11. They tried to force me to get Windows 11. They tried to force me to get Windows 11. They tried to force me to get Windows 11. They tried to force me to get Windows 11. They tried to force me to get Windows 11. They tried to force me to get Windows 11. They tried to force me to get Windows 11. They tried to force me to get Windows 11. They tried to force me to get Windows 11. They tried to force me to get Windows 11. They tried to force me to get Windows 11. They tried to force me to get Windows 11. They tried to force me to update to Windows 10 way back before they released Windows 10.
Okay. That's enough. I understand where you're coming from with that much of an explanation. But you do have a cumulative update, the December update, which says that it installed today. Were you aware that it? Well, we did that restart. We restarted today, and that's right, we did, and it installed updates. So there were updates still pending and installed today, even though you have updates paused till July of 2026. That's curious. But I want to know if there's any optional updates that are related to your AMD sound device. Here we go, view optional updates. There's a Microsoft Defender coming in, optional updates, and then expand this driver updates. We have Western Digital Technology. So that'll probably fix that that device manager issue for that external drive. Do you want me to go ahead and install that, or do you want to hold off on that?
Yeah.
I don't. That's a yes, install it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But we have nothing there for your sound adapter. You're up to date, 2017. I just lost mouse control. Windows key on my keyboard works. You're moving the mouse. I wonder if my battery just died. Put some battery in my mouth.
But you just hate that.
Say again?
Don't you just hate when that happens?
Yeah, right. I'm a computer consultant. That battery shouldn't go dead on me, right? I'm gonna pause the recording for a moment. I have to step into another room to get the right size battery.
I started doing that, so I went and bought me one of those rechargeable mouse.
Yeah, this one that I use for Big Beast is a rechargeable mouse, and then this one I had a rechargeable battery in it for Baby Beast. So now I just put a regular battery in it, and that brought my mouse back. Oh, right. Now, if we go to advanced options, I'm curious if I select a date, does this go out that far? No, you have some other method. You did that 2025 date or whatever it was. I don't need to pursue that. I'm not interested in the details of that. So here we've checked for updates. We are current. There's no optional updates that are pertinent to the issue. We're still not getting Fallout 4 to recognize that we want to use the headset, not the TV speakers. And we are getting YouTube playing through the headset, but not Fallout 4. We've told Windows that we want Fallout 4 to use the default sound setting, but we did not see a place within Steam or Fallout 4 to specify what device to use for sound settings. Yeah, okay. And the place that was we are not there.
Do you want to try to reinstall the video drivers I had?
Yes, that is on my list of things to try. Here we have application sound settings, and this is the speakers. Now, when we actually launch Fallout 4, it should show up in this panel. It's supposed to. So I'm going to launch it again. Wait a minute. What? You're about to install Fallout 4.
cancel that.
Yeah. We still have, do we still have Steam running? Checking on the status bar. Let's see down here. Yeah, there's Steam still running. Okay. So if I go there, launch Fallout 4 from here. Now in this settings,
That's the same one you went into
yeah,
before.
and we do not get an opportunity to choose a sound device. This controller would be a game controller, not sound controller. Controller configurations allow controller to have certain settings, specific contexts outside the game. So that is not referring to an audio controller. Nothing there. That would be useful. Now, if we go left click on Steam here, I can actually launch Fallout 4 from here, can't I?
Should be able to, yeah.
Okay. Now, do you know that, well, there's Fallout New Vegas, which we've uninstalled. Are any of these other games currently installed?
Only, yeah, other three, yeah. All of them's installed except for the New Vegas.
Okay, so Airborne Kingdom and Star Wars and the Planet Crafter. Do you know if sound is working in those when you're in full screen?
Yes, sir.
It is.
Yeah.
All right, I want to see that.
Open that one would be the easiest one.
Planet. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, this is wanting to install it.
Can I have control?
Yeah, you have controls. I see the planet icon at the top of the screen.
I don't know what happened, but it got installed.
Fallout 4 is uninstalled?
Yeah, according to Steam, all of them, every single thing I had installed is uninstalled.
Interesting. So what we did was a Windows update, which was only Windows Defender and that Western Digital driver. Okay, can I have the controls?
Yeah.
Okay, the programs panel, we had Fallout 4 here is showing that it is installed. And I don't think it was showing a megabytes previously. So that still shows installed there. So I think it's somehow close to installed. This is really strange. I want to restart your computer. And then if we still have the same symptom, we're going to tell Steam to install Fallout 4. So this restart will automatically bring the remote connection back. We will maintain Zoom connection through your cell phone while it's restarting. We don't expect this restart to take long because it's not actually installing any updates. I'm going to pause the recording. We're just coming back up here after restarting the computer, and during that time, I did another Google search and found something that looks interesting to me. That might be relevant. So we'll get to that in a moment here as the computer is finishing its startup. Well, then I'm going to go show this Google search. And I'll share the screen to you, Eric, so that you can see this. And here's, I modified the Google search a little bit. Fallout 4 sound muted in full screen mode. That's just a little different wording than we previously had. And I got the same search results at the top, but I scrolled down a little bit and saw something else that's a little more on point. No sound in full screen when PC is connected to the TV. So that kind of sounds really intriguing. Now, this doesn't say that it is Fallout 4. I have that open in another tab here, and we'll read through what it says. It's from September 1st, 2021. I have an extremely odd and annoying issue going on. I have my PC connected to my TV for 4K sofa gaming, Windows 10, HDMI 2.1. When using the TV on full screen game, I will not have sound. As soon as I turn the game into windowed mode, the sound kicks in. On the desktop, sound works normally. So they're only having the problem when they're connected to the TV. I have installed the latest Realtek audio drivers and video drivers. I also have something called Nahimek that came with audio drivers from the motherboard website. I found a very particular way of temporarily fixing it. To get audio in full screen, what I have to do is with the game launched and silent, I connect a headset to the Xbox controller audio jack. I get audio on the headphones. Then I unplug the headphones and the audio will now work on the TV. This may be done every time I launch a game. Anyone got a clue as to what's going on here? So that's the temporary solution, but scroll down here. We got something else. Update. I believe I fixed it. I'll leave this here since anyone has a similar issue. I went to the Windows sound setting, select the TV from the list, and hit Properties. Then select Properties on the controller information, high definition audio device. In there, select Change Settings. Then on the Driver tab, I have an option to roll back driver if you're having this issue with the most recent one. So this is an indication that possibly a recent a driver update that occurred when this got broken was the source of your trouble. So we have two things there that we can try. Were you seeing that on Zoom? Yeah, that's screen sharing, says I was showing that to you.
Mm-hmm.
Coming back to your computer then. Now, we just restarted the computer after we had made some changes. Let's minimize that. And this is starting your Discord. So get down here and turn that off. Quit. I think I got the right one. Oh, that's the Discord right there. Okay. Currently, we have headset plugged in. We have headset audio as the default. And last time around, the reason why we were doing that really is because Fallout 4 was showing as uninstalled. So we'll go back again to Steam. We actually have to launch Steam, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not here. Okay. Go ahead and launch Steam. You got the controls. Go ahead and launch it. Not sure where it is. Oh, upper left. All right.
This setup here is called Fence. It's a software that gives a simulation of Windows like your cell phone does. You can swap pages.
Okay.
I can do the same thing on my desktop.
So it's like how you can have multiple screens of icons?
Yes, sir.
All right. Oh, this is updating Steam.
Yeah, it does it every time it opens.
Oh, does it? All right.
Yeah. It's checking for updates.
Okay.
Now it's logging in.
Connecting Steam account.
You want to do Fallout? Well, I need to do this.
Okay, so you're going to Steam, taskbar. Is it not responded to your click?
It should be loading automatically anyway.
All right.
Just double click.
Maybe still need to wait.
There it goes.
Yeah, here it comes.
For some reason, it's taking an extra long time. Go away. Go away.
Okay, Fallout 4, click on it, and it wants to install, so let's go ahead and install it. Hey, desktop shortcut, sure.
Oh, I know what's wrong.
What?
Dang, I forgot. I unplugged the hard drive. It's installed on.
Oh, all right. Let's cancel from that and go ahead and plug in that hard drive.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah. Okay, recording back on, and you've attached that drive. Let's go try to launch.
It's on there.
All right.
Fallout, so it's on X out. I'm going to bring up the planet creator so you can see there's auto in it.
Right, that's what we were trying to do earlier. Is to go into another program and confirm that the sound is coming through when you're in full screen mode.
Since we had a hard drive unplugged, this may take a little extra minute.
Okay. How about going back into the Steam panel and see if it shows that these programs are recognized as being installed? Oh, there we go. Yeah, that was quite a while. We're in full screen. Go ahead into the game and demonstrate that you have sound.
Are you going to be able to record and pick this up, or does it matter?
Say again?
Is the recording going to pick this up, or does it matter?
Well, we're not going to be able to hear that sound is coming through. Is sound coming through right now?
No, it's still loading right now.
Yeah, so we're going to take your report that the sound is coming through. I'm hearing a kind of a muffled noise that confirms the sound, but can't hear it very clear.
That's probably my heater.
Do you have sound yet? Are we still waiting for it to get into the game here?
No, I'm having a little bit of issues here. I'm in the game.
Do you have sound?
Uh-uh.
Was that a yes or a no?
No, sir.
Okay.
I'm checking my autos.
There's music volume is all the way down.
That's
Sound
it
of
for music. That has nothing to do with the game.
Now, if you have if you have the headset still plugged in, the sound might be coming through your headset.
Thank you.
Okay.
Let me fix that right quick if it'll let me.
In fact, just unplug the headset to confirm that the sound is coming through the TV when you're in full screen mode in this game.
Can you see what I'm doing right here?
I'm seeing the Planet Crafter menu.
Let me go back in here. So I can click on the auto and it brings this up. And I click here and I can switch back and forth.
Yeah, but I'm not trusting that as
I
much
have
as
my sound back.
disconnect. You have sound back on the TV now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. And when you're in the game full screen, you have the sound. Now this kind of looks like an older, possibly an older technology game than what Fallout 4 looks like to me. Do you have that impression?
No.
Okay, that's good enough.
Fallout 4 is totally different. But
Okay,
the landscape is close.
okay. Let's exit from the game.
This game is
See
totally,
this layout of this menu here. This menu layout looks very older style to me. That's what I
this
was
is not
referring
that old.
to.
It ain't but a year or two, maybe 3 years old.
Okay, go ahead and quit.
Uh,
Okay, we currently have sound set for the TV. Let's launch Fallout 4 and verify that we have the same sound pattern even though the headset is still connected. You've changed the default sound device to be the TV. We are not in windowed mode. No, we don't want windowed mode. So we're going to see at that loading screen, we have sound, but when it goes full screen, we do not have sound. Then we'll go try these other fixes.
okay.
Oh, did I think I looked away when it went to that windowed loading screen.
It's still Windows mode this time.
It skipped that windowed mode where we were getting sound. So did this not give you any sound at all up to this point?
No, sir. No sound whatsoever.
Okay. Why did it? Oh, I know why. I know why. We didn't see the windowed mode.
Yeah, it jumped past it.
It jumped past it. I'm thinking it's because of our current resolution. So no, we still have your monitor still set at the 1440. 1920 by 1080. Wait a minute. What? That's not what I wanted. Oh, I did that wrong. Oh no, that's right. Yeah, that's bigger than 1920 by 1080. Okay. On options, 1920 by 1080, not in a window. We've had several times where at this point we would get a window of a loading screen with sound. Here, this is the window. This one will get sound. Gonna wait for it. There. You got sound through the TV, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Clicking, and there's full screen. You no longer have sound, correct?
That's correct.
All right. Good. We're going to bring back up this search result. Peculiar way of temporarily fixing it. To get audio in full screen, what I have to do is with the game launched and silent, I connect a headset to the Xbox controller jack. Is your headset currently connected to the computer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that was my recollection. And at this point, we don't have, do we have an ability to bring up the taskbar and switch to the headset? I don't think
Yeah, by
so.
Windows.
All right. Yeah, okay, the game is launched. Okay, so I'll do this. Coming down here to audio, changing from the Samsung to the speakers. And it said it's audio and headphones. Okay, then switching back to the game, and can you check the headset to see if you have audio?
Yes. No audio.
No audio on the headset.
Well, there would be none in that screen.
Say that again?
There wouldn't be no audio in this screen.
Oh, okay. How do we get to the next screen?
It'll load in. It takes a minute to load in.
Oh, all right.
It's called in Fallout 4. It's called loading screen.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna take it for a second.
I'd like you to check the headset again now that we're actually fully in the game.
I'm going to
Okay.
make sure I got some clear audio.
Ah, you're
I
going
need to find
somewhere.
the robot. All right, now I'm gonna check it.
Okay.
No audio.
Okay. Now, actually, there's another. It's another piece of this regarding the audio, because remember when we switched audio in Windows, the default audio device, and Fallout did not recognize that change, but that was because we had Fallout on a specific audio device instead of on the default device. I think we still have it on default device. Is that down here, I think?
Yes.
Yeah, so Steam is still on default. Yeah. And the current default device is, I think, still the headset. Yeah. And then we'll switch it back to the TV, which is following the advice on that Google search result, but I don't think this will make a difference. Here we're at the robot, it should be talking, and it's not. So the other piece that was in that search result was Windows sound setting. Select the TV from the list, hit properties, properties on the controller information, roll back the driver. You don't want to do that while we're in the program. So we'll quit. So Windows sound setting and then device properties. We have the TV selected, device properties, and properties on the controller information, high definition audio device, and there select change settings in the driver tab. We're not at the right place. Additional device properties. Okay, we get it here. Advanced micro devices.
We're talking about the device manager.
No, I don't think so. I think we're talking about in here. Rollback driver choice is not available. This is showing a June 8th, 2022. And it's, well, this is showing Samsung. This is AMD. So this is just giving us the name of the device. HDMI digital jack is not clickable. Device usage enable. I change to disable. That removes it and doesn't let me re-enable it. Well, that's not what I intended. I just wanted to disable it. I want to go back and re-enable it. There's a Samsung showing there. We don't get the Samsung identified here in any way whatsoever.
You try ports.
Say again?
the ports and device manager. Could it be listed under that?
Here? No.
That's Bluetooth.
On video game controllers. Nothing there is identifiable as the television.
What about in display?
Yeah, here's
It only shows
display.
that.
Still nothing specifically to the television. But here we still have Samsung listed. Still listed here.
The video cards recognize the TV as a Samsung.
Yeah, it's the video card that's identifying that. But when I was in device properties and then additional device properties, we had selected I believe it was 20-bit or 24-bit, 44,000.
48.
48?
Yeah, it was 48. 24. 48.
Oh, here's 48. Okay, so 48 is available. So restating, when we select windowed mode, the audio works all the way into the game through the TV exactly as desired, except that in windowed mode, the screen is too small to really be an enjoyable game. At this screen here, we get sound as long as we're in this windowed mode. When it goes to full screen, we lose the sound. We had someone else reporting the same thing when connected to a TV. And I'm wondering about the HDMI versions, because there's different versions of HDMI. Now, right now you're hearing sound, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then pressing a space bar to get into the next screen. Now the sound stopped, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We do not have the opportunity to roll back a driver, but that makes me more suspicious about drivers and specifically related to the version of HDMI. So I'm going to try another Google search over here, and I'll share that to you. And this Google search is, what version of HDMI does Fallout 4 use, run on, come with, have, take place? I'm inclined to ask require. How to play Fallout 4 4K on PC. We're not asking for 4K. TV must have HDMI 2.0. So I'm wondering if the TV doesn't have a high enough level of HDMI for the resolution that we're asking for. Serious problems getting Fallout 4 to run on my TV. Well, that's a new one. I'm using HDMI cord from my gaming PC so I can play it on my 50-inch. Just bought Fallout 4 and booted it up. First problem is that I didn't recognize any of my specs, so I set them to Ultra since my PC can handle it easy. PC specs at the bottom of the post if you'd like to see. I could be wrong since I'm new to PC, but the problems got worse. Just the main menu, my TV would lose the signal, then gain it back, lose it again, repeat. This is not sound. This is video. Your video is working fine on the TV. Gonna have to ask for a refund from Steam. HDMI plugged into the one of 4K ports. Do you have more than one HDMI port on the TV? Eric, I'm not hearing you. Oh, he said my phone died. All right. So let's resume this at a later date. Let's get over to where I can respond to him through log me in. Let's stop for now and resume another day time. All right, there we go. So I'm going to stop the recording. And I do not feel like we are on the edge of a solution, but we certainly have defined the problem pretty well. Here's my email address if you'd like to send a tech support question for me to cover in one of my videos, or if you'd like to actually do a session. Catch you later. Hope that was useful. Goodbye.